Hello everyone and welcome to episode 4 of Poshtalk, where today I'll be talking about the data breach that took place on August 1st. Now I know I haven't been as active on this platform. I do apologize. It's just a busy time in life where I'm getting geared up to go back to school. So do realize that the videos won't be as frequent, but they will be happening, so make sure you're subscribed and following along when I do release content. If you haven't subscribed, please do so now because we're at 44 subscribers and I'd love to hit 50 before I head back to school in just a week. I head back on Sunday because I'm a resident assistant, so I have to go back early for some training, but I'd love to hit that 50 mark before I get back. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram yet, we're at 99 followers. 99! I only need one more to get to 100 and then we'd be at triple digits. The cool part about following me on Instagram is that I usually release content on there first and you'll get a preview of what's to come on YouTube. But that's all the promotion I have to say for today. Let's talk about data and the data breach that happened on August 1st. So many of you, if you're already Poshmark account holders or if you're follow the site at all, you would see that this important security notice from Poshmark came out. I got it in the form of an email to the email that's linked to my Poshmark account, as well as a notification in the app of Poshmark informing me that some data from my account may have been breached. So, understanding that some of my information may be compromised and that yours may be as well, let's actually look at what may be in the hands of a non-authorized third party, as they would put it. So right away, they do a great job of suspending any, worry that this would include any financial or physical address information, and this is huge. So the actual data that was involved was certain user profiles, information specified for public use such as username, first and last name, gender, and city. Alright, at the end of the day, this is information that can be found, one, on someone's Facebook or on your Instagram, but obviously the third party isn't supposed to have this, so it still is considered a data breach. Moving on from that, they'd be looking at email addresses, user ID, size preferences, and one-way encrypted passwords, salted uniquely per user, making it nearly impossible, yada yada yada. So I looked this up a bit more because the only thing that's really concerning to me personally is the passwords. Because once someone gets a password in their hand, they may have been able to access your account at some point. But then I did some reading in another blog, this is TechCrunch, about the data breach and the thing that they used to scramble their passwords, because that's all they found were the scrambled passwords, was this bicrypt hashing algorithm, which is one of the stronger algorithms available. Source, TechCrunch, pretty reliable tech source. So again, I'm not really worried about that. But at the same time, you have to change your password. I mean, we're in a modern world where the password may be the key to a lot of your information if they actually can get into your account. So Poshmark, as well as myself, recommends that you still change your password since your data may have been breached, even though they're saying it's basically impossible that they actually figured out what it was. And then lastly, certain internal Poshmark preferences for email and push notifications. So at the end of the day, this data breach wasn't really as bad as I suspected it would be based on the warnings that they gave out via email and in the app. But from that point of view, it was really comforting, because in the event that more data was breached, because obviously it could happen in the future. No company's security is perfect. Poshmark is a pretty good tech company, but obviously people are getting smarter and smarter and able to find bugs in systems that we think to be pretty advanced. But that's just the risk of doing business on the internet, knowing that there are bad people in the world that could access your data. But Poshmark seems to definitely do their due diligence if they, are alarmed that something like this is happening. So as a seller, I'm just even more happy with the platform. At the end of the day, this data breach wasn't even really that big of a deal. I could care less if someone had this information of me. Maybe it's a t-shirt company who wants to send me a free large t-shirt, although I am slimming down, so I might make it to a medium. But that's the type of data that they took: name, email addresses, and preferences for sizing. So This is really just a quick overview of that data breach. If you yourself have any more insight on the data breach or want to know more information, I can certainly keep on digging. The main sources that I went to were big blogs having to deal with Poshmark, as well as Poshmark themselves. This is from their blog, The Posh Life, and then TechCrunch, which I showed you. And I'll link both of these articles in the description below so you can read them for yourself. But if you have any questions, put them in the comment section, or any commentary on the data breach and how you think it affected you, or if you think it's really that big of a deal, because personally I don't at this point. I'd love to hear them in the comment section below. But that's all for today. I'm still working on the funny video that I keep promising you guys that isn't Poshmark related. We will get there, I promise. And while I'm thinking about it, for my next Posh Closet review, I need a volunteer. So if you want to volunteer to have your closet looked at by me, let me know by either DMing me on Instagram or commenting on this video so we can feature you in a video. You'll get a link. It'll gain so much exposure because obviously I'm watched by everyone. So it's really a win-win situation. Love to hear from you. But that's all for today's video. We'll see you next time.